Well, good morning. Welcome to Celebration Circle. Um, we
Live online one more time.
and we want to welcome Shanna Covey here with us, our guest speaker today. Thank you for being with us, Shanna.
All the
Oh,
way.
I'm excited to be here.
You're in Somerset, the
Yes,
deep
that's
south side San Antonio.
that's right.
It's been a while since we've had you come speak in the circle. We're looking forward to what you have to tell us this morning. Where are we going? Where are you going to take us this morning, Coach?
Today's topic is actually on self-love and remembering it as our superpower. So we're gonna
Okay.
Super.
go.
I got a
Yes,
superpower.
Woo!
we all
All
do.
right. Glad to hear that.
And in
Sure.
a moment, we will have Armand and Angelina with us. We're having a little technological issue, but we'll be back with them shortly, and they're going to share their songs and music all the way from Florida, Orlando.
So, wherever you are and whoever you are, however you're feeling this morning, we hope you feel welcomed and affirmed by our words, our songs, our poems, our silences, as together we remember we are one.
So we'll see you in a moment, Shannon.
And we'll begin with our opening song, Come Celebrate. Come celebrate, gather together, come celebrate, one by one, come celebrate, now and forever, let us remember we are one. Come celebrate, join in a circle, come celebrate, side by side, come celebrate, now and forever, let us remember we are one. Celebrate, celebrate, come celebrate, 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 come celebrate, 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 come celebrate, 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 come celebrate, come celebrate, gather together, come celebrate, open wide, come celebrate, now and forever, let us remember we are one. We are one. We are one.
So as we celebrate, we invite you to join us in our invocation, join us in honoring the four directions. And if you're physically able to turn and face the four directions, please do so. If not, in consciousness works as well. And oh, great spirit, earth, sun, sky, and sea, you are inside and all around me. And we'll sing that once for each of the four directions as we physically turn and face into the directions if we're able. And then we sing it a fifth time for that divine within each one of us, that superpower place. So join us as we begin by turning to the east, to the direction of the rising sun of new beginnings, of infinite possibilities.
Oh, great spirit, earth, sun, sky, and sea, you are inside and all around me.
And then we turn and face to the south, the direction of the noonday sun, of abundance, of well being.
Oh, great spirit, earth, sun, sky, and sea, you are inside and all around me.
And we turn to the west. We open to the direction of the setting sun, of letting go of the past, of opening to the mystery of what comes next.
Oh, great spirit, earth, sun, sky, and sea, you are inside and all around me.
And then we face into the north, into the direction of midnight, of the darkness, of the challenges always present, of this calling us into this place of standing firm in this present moment.
Oh, great spirit, earth, sun, sky, and sea, you are inside and all around me.
And then we turn within to this realm of the spirit, to the infinite now that is unfolding within us, around us, everywhere now.
Oh, great spirit, earth, sun, sky, and sea, you are inside and all around us. O great spirit, O holy one, O holy wonder, you are inside and all around us. We call you by many names. From many faith traditions and many understandings we come. But we come with a common longing to be ever more open and receptive to you, to love. Ever more willing and able to stand in our oneness with our deepest selves, with each other, with the two-leggeds, the four-leggeds, the winged ones, the ones that swim and crawl, the ones that stand tall for centuries on end. The rocks, the seas, stars, all of creation calling us to remember we are one. Together, we are one.
And once more, we are
Are
one.
one.
Hmm.
For this and for all our many blessings, we are grateful and we say thank you. Thank you. And
Thank
so it is. Amen.
Amen. So, the poem I selected for today is titled Love After Love by Derek Walcott. The time will come when, with elation, you will greet yourself arriving at your own door, in your own mirror, and each will smile at the other's welcome. Each will say, sit here, eat. You will love again the stranger who was yourself. Give wine, give bread, give back your heart to itself, to the stranger who has loved you all your life, whom you ignored for another, who knows you by heart. Take down the love letters from the bookshelf, the photographs, the desperate notes. Peel your own image from the mirror. Sit, feast on your own life. The time will come when with elation you will greet yourself arriving at your own door, in your own mirror, and each will smile at the other's welcome. So let's take some time now to share our communal breath, to
refresh ourselves.
refresh ourselves. We are still having a little technical issue, and
You refresh
if
this
I
page?
refresh this page, we may lose you. So if we do,
We'll be back.
we'll be back in 10 minutes
That's
because
what-
there's a 10-minute delay on the scheduling and setup. So we're going to try it.
because we want very much to reconnect with our dear friends Armand, Angelina, and Shanna. They all have something wonderful to share with us this morning.
Yes.
So please stand by.
And cross your fingers. No, we didn't.
There they are.
So we're going to hear now a song from Armand and Angelina. I Love Myself. Welcome all the way from Orlando, Florida.
Hear us? Oh, two. There we are. There we are.
All right.
So this particular song came to me right when I was facing my most challenging dragon of codependency. Somebody who's been in my life since my birth, a surrogate parent. And the words that came to me were, I love myself more than I love you loving me. And that was new because in the past, her love for me was more important, at least I thought it was, than my own self-love, which led to lots of challenges. So this is, I love myself more than I love you loving me. Those are the only words. We'll invite you to sing along with us virtually. Myself more than I love you loving me. I love myself, my love. I love myself more than I love you loving me. I love myself, my love. I love myself more than I love you loving me. I love myself, my love. Love myself more than I love you loving me. I love myself, my love. I love myself more than I love you loving me. I love myself, my love. I love myself more than I love you loving me. I love myself, my love. I love myself more than I love you loving me. I love myself, my love. I love myself more than I love you loving me. I love myself, my love. I love myself more than I love you loving me. I love myself, my love. I love myself, my love. I love myself, my love. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I love it.
You never fail to crack me up, Armand. I've only known you 20 years, but every single time I see you guys, you crack me up.
We
fill my
always
heart with joy and laughter and
yes.
love.
Yes. So thank you for that. And now let's take this time of communal breath together, remembering this manifestation of our oneness as we breathe together, as we remember that we are literally all breathing the same air. So let's take 4 long, deep communal breaths together. And as you inhale, I invite you to not just ingest the air, but to fully digest it with every cell and fiber of your being. And take it in mindfully, fully. And then as we exhale, to release all that is past, all let go of nothing, the things that no longer serve you, and let it allow you to come more fully present into this present moment. So we'll breathe 1 time and with a deep inhale at the sound of the bowl. And you'll hear it 4 times for each inhale. So together, inhale. And again. And once more. Remembering truly we are one. Thank you. We have another song from Armand and Angelina. I finally found someone. Welcome back.
I dedicate this song to the love of my life. Ever since the moment that I came into this world and felt my mama's loving arms around me, I knew that more than anything, I wanted to feel safe from all the big things that surrounded me out there. And now I finally found someone. I finally found someone. I finally found someone to hold me anytime I need. I finally found someone. I finally found someone. I finally found someone to love the things nobody ever loved in me. At the early age of 10, I kissed a girl beside the beach. I felt her loving arms around me. From then on, the search began to find that perfect union, but I still felt something missing in my soul. But then I finally found someone. I finally found someone. I finally found someone who gives me everything I need. I finally found someone. I finally found someone. I finally found someone to love the things nobody ever loved in me. Why was I so blind? You were standing right before my eyes. And now I know what forever means. You've been there beside me all my life. I'm so glad for all the things that brought me to this place. All of the big things that surrounded me out there. Because I finally found someone. I finally found someone. I finally found someone to hold me anytime I need. I finally found someone. I finally found someone. I finally found someone who gives me everything I need. I finally found someone. I finally found someone. I finally found someone. That's someone that I finally found. Is me.
Thank
What
you.
a perfect introduction to our guest speaker, who will be speaking about our superpower,
Self-love.
self-love. Shanna Covey is a author of a wonderful book, Call to the Heart. She's a mindset coach who uses spiritual principles to help us navigate through life in the most empowering and joyful way possible. She helps her clients to shift mindsets and belief systems to those that fully bring the desires of the heart to life. She doesn't just talk about this, she lives these principles and has been for many years. They've taken her to South and Central America and to teach and share her passion. And she's just a wonderful soul that we're glad to have in our extended circle community. She's spoken in the circle several times over the years. We're so glad to have you back all the way from Somerset with heart wide open, Shanna Covey.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be back in the circle. I think this might be my 4th or 5th time being in the circle, so super excited to be here. And when Zet reached out to me to ask if I wanted to speak again, she said she thought I might be able to share some helpful perspectives, given everything that's been going on over the last 6 months. And the topic that came to mind was self-love. And the reason is because self-love is about individual empowerment, which is generally just a great tool to help us navigate life, but especially in times of turbulence. Because if we're not mindful in times of turbulence, we can be sucked in to ways of being and believing that do not serve us or our well-being. But when we empower ourselves through self-love, we reclaim our individual sovereignty to express the desires of our heart. We reclaim our sovereignty to choose the beliefs that we agree to. We reclaim sovereignty over having power over our lives, which is extremely important in times of turbulence. So again, you don't get knocked off course by things that are going on outside of you. I see our individual sovereignty as being directly related to individual empowerment and self-love. I see them, they work together. So as you align with one, the other two automatically come into alignment. And I see self-love as that foundation, because when we have self-love, we can be empowered around what we want to sovereignly express from our heart's desire. Self-love is believing or directly knowing our innate goodness, our lovability, our deservingness, our enoughness, our worthiness, and just having a general sense of emotional security, all of which empower us around expressing ourselves from a sovereign place. Now, imagine if we were all living from the sovereign place. We would be like branches stemming from a single tree, not worrying about hurting another one or another one hurting us. We would just be flowing with this divine unfolding. It's so beautiful that, like this is what this living from the sovereignty allows us to do. But unfortunately, the trick is getting to that stage, because often what's happening is, if we take that analogy of the trees, we're a single branch and we're looking next to us going, what are they going to think about what I'm going to do? Or maybe we're fearing that one of them, another branch, is going to encroach on our freedom in some way. So we take like this assertive stance from fear to try to protect ourselves. Or maybe we see this big branch that's so beautiful and so strong, and maybe we feel jealous of it. Or maybe we covet it. Or maybe we think it's so powerful that we just unconsciously submit to its power. In general, we're just comparing ourselves against these other branches, creating some hierarchy based on external phenomena like beauty, strength, power, whatever it might be. But this is not living from self-love. This is not living from an empowered place. This is not living as a sovereign being. This is living from lack beliefs. And a lack belief of any sort is always going to imply a lack of self-love. And our sovereignty and our empowerment is going to be diminished by the impact that these lack beliefs have in our lives, by the role that they're playing. And when we're under the influence of lack, we're also susceptible to external ideas, beliefs, and powers that be that can take advantage of this leeway in our energy system. So ideas based in scarcity and lack have ample room to take root. And the desires of our heart continue to be suppressed. This yearning to express from our sovereign place is just covered up, because there's not ample soil for beliefs in abundance and possibility to take root. And so all that is occurring within us is showing us how we're relating to our external world. It's giving us this experience that we're having with life. So if we feel that we're unworthy, undeserving, not enough, inferior, incapable, how do we have the necessary confidence to live from a sovereign expression of our heart's desires? We don't. But fortunately, self-love is our superpower. That's the name of this talk. And the reason it's our superpower is because it has the potential to transform these dynamics. It heals any sense of unworthiness. It heals any sense of not enoughness, undeservingness, not being lovable. All of those things, it has the potential to transform and heal so that you can come from this more sovereign, expressive place. It always leaves you feeling better, leaves you feeling more confident, and it always leaves you feeling more at peace. It's way more than a self-care Saturday, the stuff that we're talking about here today. It's way more than going to a retreat and just temporarily unplugging for the busyness of our life and stress. Self-love, using self-love to heal and transform these things is your ticket to individual freedom over your life. But now that I've hopefully sold you on this idea of self-love, I wanted to share a couple of useful resources that you can apply to begin transforming these beliefs and reclaiming your own sovereignty. The first tool that I wanted to share is assisting you in transforming any type of lack belief. Because what often happens is we're excited about this new self-love philosophy. We've heard about it, we agree to it, we understand how empowering it is, but we still have beliefs that are popping up from our old mindset that are still having an influence in us, but we're noticing them now. And instead of knowing what to do with them, we try to fight them we try to say, I shouldn't feel that way. My new self-love philosophy says I should not feel that way. So now you're like in a headlock or an arm wrestling match with yourself. It's like it's happening on the same plane. One part of you is saying, I want to feel this way, and another part of you doesn't feel that way, but is resisting it. So we've got to disentangle that energy. We've got to come from another plane, like get ourselves out from the same plane that we're on and move to a place where we can observe what's going on. And this may sound counterintuitive, but the best way to do that is to accept exactly what you're feeling. Now, you see, if you accept whatever this lack-based thought is that you may be feeling, you all of a sudden can lay down the barriers, the energetic barriers around resistance, judgment, fear, all of that. Now it doesn't have a hold over you. So it starts to unravel and disentangle. And you're able to come from this perspective where you're able to look down on what was going on. Because there's a maxim that says we cannot transform what we first do not accept. And that is because of the barriers it's able to lay down through the barriers of resistance and judgment and fear and doubt and all of that kind of stuff. But once we're able to get that space and come from here and look down at the problem, we can investigate from this neutral perspective. Understand, like, where was that lack-based beliefs coming from? How was it operating in my life? And what is my alternative choice? So at this point, you know you have two choices, whereas before you thought you only had one choice. And when you're able to get a hold on where you're coming from, you empower yourself to make a choice between the two. But one of the tools that I wanted to offer are some affirmations around helping you to release that energy when you're in that arm wrestling match. So for instance, whatever lack-based feeling you're feeling, you can say, even though I'm feeling, insert this lack-based belief, I still love and accept myself. So you see that when you do that, when you say, I still love and accept myself, you're releasing yourself from it. You're feeling a little buoyancy in your energy. So some examples might be, even though my partner isn't showing up the way that I would like them to for me to feel safe and secure and loved, I still love and accept myself. So you're accepting whatever the situation is and whatever your old pattern of trying to find love is. And then you're saying, I still love and accept myself. Another one might be, even though my boss didn't pick me for the promotion, I still love and accept myself. And yet another one might be, even though my business failed, I still love and accept myself. As you keep doing this for whatever is coming up, whatever the situation may be, like if you have something that you're desiring to do, but something is covering it up and trying to suppress that, look at what's suppressing it and consider using this tool, this affirmation of, even though blah, blah, blah is occurring, I still love and accept myself. You're going to start shifting energy. And this act of accepting exactly how you're feeling is an act of self-love. It's an act of self-love through self-acceptance and self-compassion. And in that same moment, you're also letting the world off the hook for how you should feel. Do you feel how precarious that is when we walk through the world waiting for it to respond to us, to tell us how we should feel about ourselves? Scarily, that's the way most of us are walking around the world. We're waiting for a person to respond to us, our partner, our boss, our friend, a stranger to respond to us in a certain way. We're waiting for a situation to unfold in our favor in a certain way, all to tell us that we are okay, secure, and loved. That is a very precarious emotional place to come from. But if we can utilize self-love to clear up all of that, those things are no longer have hooks in us or have influence over us. Instead, we're showing up already loving and accepting ourselves, and we have so much more energy to express, not only to express, but to tune in to what truly wants to come through and express in a given moment. So you get to be a sovereign expression of your true being. And when you come from this more stabilized emotional position, the world responds, you observe a more stabilized world back towards you. It is just a beautiful byproduct of doing this work. So that was the first tool that I wanted to share with you, which is the affirmations to accept as a process of transformation. The second tool that I wanted to share is something that I recommend to help you free yourself from any fearful or distorted influences. And it's a meditative exercise. So you would just kind of get yourself calm, sit into a meditative state, take a few deep breaths to drop in, and then say, I am a sovereign being. So the idea is that things will come up that contradict that line. I am a sovereign being. Things are going to come up that say, nope, no, because of this, no, because of that, or this has some pull on you. So what you want to imagine is that if you're a sovereign being, you have no energetic pull on you that's taking you out of alignment. So think of the things someone said in a childhood or whenever it was that they said and you absorbed as a reason that you can't express yourself in a certain way. Or maybe you absorbed an idea that was based in fear or scarcity. Or maybe you heard something on the news or a lot of somethings. Or maybe, all these maybes and all these things that you've observed from this lack-based place, this place that's taking you out of your sovereignty, you want to kind of bring it up in your awareness and then imagine that you have scissors and you're clipping each of those energetic ties. And so you're going to feel more buoyant and more light as that is lifted off of you. Now, again, if you're trying to cut ties with something that someone close to you has said, maybe a partner, a parent, whatever, know that you're not cutting ties with them. You're severing that influence over you. So you're trying to take out all the distorted influences so that you can come from this clear, sovereign place. Now, maybe if this work is new to you, it might feel like there's a lot that's taking you out of alignment. So maybe the practice first is a daily thing where you sit for 10 or 20 minutes and start just slowly peeling back those things. But with each of these exercises, they can become a part of your maintenance process as you get clearer on the contrast between what it means to come from self-love versus lack, or what it means to express yourself as a sovereign being versus being influenced in another direction. So then you can kind of just like, oh, something's going on. Let me go to these tools and use it as a maintenance mode. But either way, both of them should be able to help you feel lighter, freer, more expressive. And can you imagine that what if we were all doing that? If we're all collectively doing that. Right now, it's just a lot of individuals that are picking up speed, but slowly over time, as more and more of us come into self-love and live from this individual place of true sovereignty, we're going to free others to release the chains that binds them just by being an example of living this way. You don't even have to be a teacher. You don't even have to go and shake them and say, hey, there's this other way to be. Because honestly, in those moments too of trying to shake them or a group or whatever, you're actually letting them not being how you want them to affect your own sovereign expression. So it's good to take these tools at a micro and macro level. But as we do this, we're going to spark a revolution of self-freedom to live from our good-hearted nature, where we don't fear others or the world. Instead, it frees all that previously bound us and allows us to express as sovereign beings. And again, this is why self-love is your superpower. It empowers you to remember your sovereignty, and it empowers you to express from that sovereign place. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. So just remember that each of you has the superpower of self-love. It's always available, and you can put it into practice and just feel your own superpowers bubble to the surface to come and be and express the sovereign being that you came here to be. So thank y'all.
So I invite you to breathe in slowly and calmly. Take your time. There's no hurry, because this self-love is infinite, it's limitless, it's timeless, it's there for us every moment of every day. So once you breathe into your heart, breathe into your superpower. Notice that you're breathing more into more than just the beating of your physical heart and your chest. You're also breathing into your emotional, spiritual, energetic self, into the heart of your heart. Feel the magnificence of who you truly are, expanding more fully with each breath, taking in more and more of the love that surrounds you. There is nothing you need to do to earn this, to make this happen, to create this healing flow of self-love. Simply feel your porousness, your willingness to experience this loving presence. As it moves through every cell and fiber of your being. And you may find your mind drifting off to old memories or fantasies or hopes or challenges. Don't resist, just simply notice. Simply stay present to your willingness to accept and participate in this ceaseless, miraculous flow of love. Of loving yourself just the way you are, just as you are. Won't you feel the love flowing freely through your whole being, washing and caressing and releasing those parts of yourself where you may feel incomplete or maybe painful. But don't judge. Don't judge yourself or any aspect of this process. Simply make yourself available to this healing power of self-love. Loving and accepting yourself just as you are. And from this place, this deep place of peace, of sovereignty, won't you accept and embrace fully this love, your love for yourself? And know that it is yours to share, yours to send out into the world, yours to use as a tool, as an instrument for peace, an instrument of love. So won't you take a moment to send your love out into the world, sharing that self-love, inviting and allowing others to feel and accept themselves just as they are. And as we breathe into that awareness, to that invitation, as we feel our oneness with all love, all power, all peace, all possibilities, our hopes, our prayers are that all beings may be blessed by our willingness to do this. That all may feel loved and blessed as we are now. As we love and accept ourselves, just as we are in all our perfection and magnificence. May it be so, and so it is. Amen. So won't you join us as we sing "In All Things Give Thanks," our song of gratitude.
In all things give thanks. In all things give thanks. 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 In all things give thanks. Won't you sing that with us? In all things give thanks. In all things give thanks. 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 In all things give thanks. Give thanks for the gifts of life. No one light shines through all of creation, with hands and hearts open wide. We lift our voices in celebration. In all things give thanks. In all things give thanks. 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 In all things give thanks. In all things give thanks. In all things give thanks.
And so we lift up our offering basket, supporting the work of the circle. We hold our love offerings in our hands, in our hearts, speaking the words, "I give to you, O Spirit, as you have given to me," with heart wide open. Together, I give to you, O Spirit, as you have given to me, with heart wide open. And as we share this energy and supporting the work of the circle, we also invite you to send in any names or situations for our prayer circle here in the comments section or at celebrationscircle.org, circle@celebrationscircle.org, and invite you to share those there as well. We now take time to relish in another song from Armand and Angelina. This is one of my favorites. I think you'll love it too.
Warning, once you hear the song, it may not get back out of your head. It's a real earworm, which is a good thing.
A very good thing.
Everything will be okay in the end.
Welcome back, Armand and Angelina.
Thank you.
So you can hear you. There we are.
All right.
So really grateful, Rudy and Zet, that you had us involved today. And to hear Shanna's wonderful message. I can't imagine a message more important and more timely than that message. You know, Whitney Houston tried to teach us this 40 years ago with The Greatest Love of All, but I don't think many people knew what she was talking about. And I love as many tools, like she shared some great tools for us to do it. And I love slogans, all is well, this too shall pass. There's no such thing as rejection, just God pointing us in another direction. And also everybody's doing the very best they can at any given moment. Those are tools that help us to remember to love ourselves. But this is still my favorite. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Here we go. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Nothing in this universe will ever last. So if you're feeling low, this too shall pass. Because everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. We're gonna sha-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Every happy song has to have some sha-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Even when the darkness seems to hide your way, after every night, a brand new day. Because everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. All right, just the audience. Doesn't really work in this one. That does not. If it's not okay, it's not the end. All right, sha-la-la again. Sha-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Okay, here comes the tricky part, people. Even when it all just seems to go your way, don't get attached, it's gonna change. Even when it all just seems to go your way, no matter how many times you solve the secret, it's still gonna change. But that's okay because everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. It's not the end. It's not the end. Look, Rudy. No hands, baby. Don't do that. But this is the end. Woo! Thank you. Thank you, sir. You with the hat? Oh, sorry, lady.
Oh, too much. Everything will be okay.
Sir
in the end.
Goofball Armand and his lovely pal Angelina bring joy to the circle every single time you come, and so glad you're here with us again today.
You know, they have traveled across this country many times, spending, I forget how many days.
250 days a year on
on the
average for
road.
a while there.
And this time of the coronavirus has brought them home, and lots of new lessons in that. But thank you for being here today and sharing that with us.
If you'd like more of their music, the information is online there.
And Armand has a book out called I Now Pronounce You Not Guilty. So they have a YouTube channel, and you'll have to go and watch some of their YouTube posts. It's just priceless and beautiful and great reminders. And I want to bring everybody back, and we're just going to take a moment here together to
Thank you for your powerful words, Shanna.
yes.
Just
Yes.
so like Armand said, very timely, very pointed, very poignant, and delivered with such grace and ease. You really embodied the message, and it's
Thank
good
you.
to hear you. Good to see you.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. And Shanna has a book out, A Call to the Heart, and it's available on Amazon. And I think Carl's going to post that link up there and to Armand and Angelina's YouTube page, and
Right there on the right side of the page.
all their websites and everything. And just a few announcements that we have coming up. Tomorrow night is our third month of having the Mandala Intention Workshop with Natalie Burtonshaw. So that's from 6 to 8 Central Time. And the link is on our YouTube, the Celebration Circle Facebook page under events. The Zoom link is there. Also, our Sacred Art of Altars can right now be viewed on our website, celebrationscircle.org, under events, Altars 2020. And Friday, we go live with our online auction. So we have 53, I think, altars from artists with the same box, the same form, that have 53 different unique interpretations on beautiful exhibits. And this is our major fundraiser for the year. So please continue to look at the altars, to experience them, to bid on them, and then
share them with your friends.
Share,
forward,
yes.
Let the friends know about this
yeah,
unique show.
And then we'll you may end up with one that will come home with you. Next Sunday, September 20th, Greg Tamlin will be speaking and singing about the sacred and the silly.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
Right up your alley, right, Armand?
We're going to have more joy and laughter.
And Greg's really a wonderful speaker and musician. You'll enjoy him, definitely.
And I just want to share a couple of altars just so you can see those. This one is by Joan Frederick, and the title is San Antonio Skyline. And tell me if I got it right. And you can see her, it's one of her beautiful photographs. And how's that? And she's got the clouds floating, and she says, place an indirect light, a location where a fan or breeze will help the clouds move. So it's a kind of a little bit of an interactive altar to San Antonio. Beautiful. She's a great photographer. And then we have from Patsy Sosick this beautiful quote from, you want to read that?
Yes. This Tree of Life altar comes with a message from Saint Teresa of Avila. All things must come to the soul from its root, where it is planted. All things must come to the soul from its roots, where it is planted. The altar also comes with a votive light that can be placed on the altar as you wish. So thank you, Patsy.
Thank you, Sister Saint Teresa of Avila.
Yes.
So these are just two examples of the variety and beauty of these altars that can be yours. Oh, I didn't even look at the side of this one. It's got beautiful beaded mosaics on the sides. So, altar show starting this coming Friday, the 18th of September, and it will run through Friday, October 9th. So you'll have lots of time to look at them and bid on them and be enjoying them.
And Shanna, is there anything else you want to tell us about your work? Is there something you'd like for us to know about the work you're doing? Any groups you're leading or any coaching work?
One thing that came to mind that I didn't mention is that I do have a podcast called Always Shine Brightly, and it's all with spoken. I interview others and I speak to them through a spiritual lens about understanding their journey and just like going through any type of challenges, but coming out as a brighter light. And in terms of the work that I do, I offer one-on-one coaching. And I also offer the coaching can be around like empowering people through manifestation, through walking out the desires of their heart, or it could be like working through a situation where they don't feel at peace and helping to offer tools to help them come into more inner peace. And the manifestation coaching can also be done with groups as well.
Wonderful. Thanks. And how about you, Armand and Angelina? What are you
Got some new songs in the works.
on the horizon?
Not really anything new. However, Shanna, to remind me, I also have a podcast. It's called The Purple Evolution, and it deals with the idea that we're very diverse in this country in every single way, especially and including politics. And I see this country and the world, but especially this country, as a purple country where red and blue and gay and straight and black and white and everything in the middle can find a way to cohabitate. And so it's a right to be civil movement.
Hallelujah.
Right to be civil movement. Yeah, well said. And that's what's again? It's called the Purple Revolution.
The Purple Evolution.
Evolution. Purple Evolution.
And you had on a great T-shirt yesterday when we did our sound check. It said, "You have to remind
Not right.
not right, not left."
Oh, it was an Andrew Yang shirt. It said, "Not right, not left, forward."
Yeah.
I would not have promoted a particular candidate, but he's out, so that's all right.
You were going to say something else, and I interrupted you. Yeah.
Oh, it's on all of your favorite podcast stations.
Great. Well, thank you. So we're going to lift up the gifts in the offering basket and the names and situations in the prayer circle, holding all up into the light of love, the light of peace, the light of joy, the awareness that we are one. For this, we say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is.
As we end, we remember that whatever the situation, whatever the circumstances, wherever we are, love is the only power. Love is the only power. Love is the only way. Love, 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 love. Watch our circle grow. Love is the only power. Love is the only way. Love, 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 love. Watch our circle grow.
As we hold hands, heart to heart, hand to hand, virtually around the circle that is us, is within us. For this, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. So it is.
Go in peace, grow in peace.
And remember, we love you. We bless you. We see the light in you. Yay! Beautiful time together. Thank you all so much.
This was worth waking up at 10 a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, well, you got that extra hour, that.
It was nice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. It was a beautiful time
for us.
Yeah.
We'll do it again sometime, and then have a wonderful trip. Your time away and
Outer Banks.
Let's take this 5-some on the road. This could sell.
Yeah. Coming soon to a internet near you.
All right.
Good night. Good afternoon.
Okay. Bye. Blessings.
Bye, friends.
Namaste go.
Let's go. Bye, Shanna. Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for being with us today. Lots of joy, which is something we all deserve to experience in our lives more and more each and every day. And
And I invite you to remember that you don't have to wait until next Sunday.
Go ahead and say that again.
Okay.
I think we froze there for a moment.
Just remind you that you don't have to wait until next Sunday to get more of the Circle Vibe, Wednesday meditation at 7:30 every week. And also all of our Sunday mornings are archived here on the Facebook page.
And YouTube.
And YouTube.
And Vimeo.
So, and we're talking about many years of videos and audio. And so please stay connected. It's challenging during this COVID times it can be challenging to think we're separated by space. But in fact, we're not separated at all. We are one. We are deeply connected, and we appreciate and love you being with us around the circle.
And as Rudy mentioned, meditation Wednesday at 7:30. This week is with Graham Whiteley, and then alternating is with Angel Santiago, both wonderful guides for our Wednesday meditation circle. So blessings. We will see you again soon.
Hopefully next Sunday.
Go in peace.
Go in peace.